What's good, YouTube? What's good, Grams? Welcome to the next episode of Sterling on Cinemas. That's Cinemas with the S. I just want to come all the way down here from Philly to tell y'all, because Sterling told me to tell y'all that if you're new to this video, if you're new to this channel, to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment on the section below, and ding that bell before you enter into this ring right here. And the same thing if you're on Instagram. Don't forget to follow, like, share on your story, if you will. Maybe get the word out so they can get into the ring, get into the games, get into the fight, so they can square off with the champ that's always in front of the screen every week for y'all. Let's get started. Let's run the drills. So Creed tells the story of Adonis Creed, played by Michael B. Jordan, who never knew his famous father, boxing champion Apollo Creed, who died before Adonis was born. However, boxing is in his blood, so he seeks out Rocky Balboa, played by Sly, and asks the retired champ to be his trainer. Rocky sees much of Apollo and Adonis and agrees to mentor him, even as he battles an opponent deadlier than any in the ring. With the Rocky's help, Adonis soon gets a title shot, but whether he has the true heart of a fighter or not remains to be seen. Well, here's what I got for the story. The spin-off sequel to the Rocky franchise is not something that anybody ever expected, since Rocky VI was a nice send-off for the series. MGM and Warner Brothers was graceful enough to continue the legacy of rival heavyweight champion Apollo Creed. Ryan Coogler's second feature film, With Me, is a great film in and of itself. It manages to keep the iron pumping by telling the story of the prodigal son of Apollo Creed, Adonis. Adonis Creed feels the need to follow in his father's footsteps, with boxing being a part of who he is. The story has many people in the story arguing on whether Adonis sticks to the shadow of his father or if he is able to pave his own legacy and not feel hindered by the absence of his father. This is something that we see Adonis struggle throughout the film. Even though he's sure about wanting the box, he constantly second guesses his identity as the son of Apollo Creed. And trying to carry on the title is even worth it, if it's even worth it. One thing I can respect though about Creed is how its narrative stays character driven, like most of the other Rocky films. If you've seen my boy Starling's review on most of the other Rocky movies, it mentioned how they're character driven. 1, 2, and 3, preferably. I appreciate this because most spin-offs to franchises will go off and do their own thing while existing in the same world. Creed strictly stays character-driven throughout, keeping the story authentic to its establishments. I have watched this before I even heard about any of the other Rocky movies. See, back in 2015, I saw the movie Creed, and I was really admiring the story and the cast, with Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone on screen. I never knew how it was a spin-off to the most iconic sports drama blockbuster franchise of all time. The casting of Michael B. Jordan as Adonis Creed feels natural and well-deserved, because Jordan bears a resemblance to Carl Weathers. I don't know if it's just me, but he really does bear a resemblance to Apollo Creed himself. It was even mentioned in the movie. Aside from that, Adonis really has a whole lot of Apollo in him. He might not have been as cocky or as brash, but Adonis really lets things get to him and can be a little arrogant sometimes, which is something most athletes have, which is one of the biggest flaws in most athletes. They really let things get to them because of their egos. This is evident in one of the few first scenes in the movie where Adonis is trying to prove himself against fighters with more experience than him, but is too ignorant to see that. Along the way, he starts off good, trying to get trained by none other than the Italian stallion himself, Rocky. Rocky loved to fight all the way up to Rocky VI, but it is out of the question now, even if it is just training. But with Rocky having lost everybody he knows, including Adrian and Paulie and Mickey and Apollo, Adonis is the only piece of family he has left, and he has no choice. Adonis' character arc in the movie feels two-sided. While he is following in the footsteps of Apollo Creed, at the same time, he is going to pave his own legacy. Now, as a fighter, he is going through some of the same dilemmas as Rocky, From the training drills like chasing the chicken, Mickey taught Rocky that, and now Rocky's teaching Adonis that. His first date with Bianca, which was, it wasn't as awkward as, it may have not been as awkward as bittersweet as Adrian and Rocky in their first date, or to being chosen to go up against the English boxing champion. 1,000,000 to one shot. Sound familiar? Pretty Ricky. Coogler is giving the audience the best of both worlds of both former champions. And I think that's something that was very well considered, very well detailed in a sports drama like this, especially to the spinoff of that drama. Rotten Tomatoes gives Creed a 95% score. The movie feels like it serves as a rematch for the Creed legacy in the form of the prodigal son, Adonis Creed. Creed is an unexpected reinvitation back into this franchise, back into the world of Rocky, the world of Philadelphia, the world of boxing, and the world of, this world, Rocky's world. But it was an unexpected transition of style and storytelling with its cinematography, which I always love when it's Ryan Coogler, world, and characters. So, surprisingly, I will give it 9.4 SOs out of 10. So that is my review on Creed. Y'all can let me know what you guys think about this spinoff in the comments below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, or I'll see you guys Friday with the Fast and Furious franchise. Peace.